Hello, and welcome back to our daily English talk.
Hi, everyone. We're so happy you're here today.
If you're new here, please click that subscribe button and like this video.
I'm Emma.
And I'm Roey. Didn't you know this is a place to practice listening and speaking with simple, real English?
Please help us by liking this video and subscribing. It means a lot to us.
Today feels a little special to me, and I notice a quiet excitement inside. I imagine us sitting together in a calm place, maybe with soft light around us. There's a feeling of looking forward, not rushing, just gently thinking. This feels like a good moment to talk about dreams and goals.
I feel that quiet excitement too, Roy, and it feels warm and hopeful. Talking about dreams and goals can feel emotional, but it can also feel very gentle. There is no need to be perfect or very serious. I hope listeners feel safe to think about their future right now.
Today's topic is talking about dreams and goals in English. For beginners, this topic can feel big, but it does not need to be heavy. Dreams and goals can be small and simple. We will talk about them slowly, like a calm conversation between friends.
Yes, dreams and goals do not have to be grand or complicated. They can be very personal and quiet. Even a small hope for the future is a dream. Talking about these things in simple English can feel very meaningful.
Emma, when you hear the word dreams, what kind of feeling comes to you first? For me, it is not pressure. It feels more like a soft picture in my mind. It feels gentle and a little bright.
When I hear the word dreams, I feel a mix of calm and curiosity. I think about things I would like to do one day. I do not think about exact plans. I just notice the feeling of wanting something.
I really like that idea of noticing the feeling first. For English learners, it is helpful to start with feelings instead of details. You do not need to explain everything about your future. You can simply share what you hope for.
That makes speaking feel much easier. When you talk about feelings, your words come more naturally. You are not trying to be perfect. You are just being honest. That honesty helps English feel real.
Sometimes people feel nervous talking about dreams and goals because they worry about the future. But in English practice, you do not need to be sure. You can talk about what you want, not what will definitely happen. That takes away pressure.
I think that is very important for beginners to hear. You are allowed to be unsure. Dreams can change over time. Talking about them is just a way to practice English and understand yourself better.
When I talk about my dreams, I like to speak slowly and calmly. I give myself time to think. Dreams are not things to rush. Speaking about them slowly feels respectful to myself.
Speaking slowly also helps listeners understand you better. When you slow down, your voice sounds more confident and clear. This is very helpful when talking about something personal like goals.
Goals are often connected to daily life. Some goals are about learning, working, or improving little by little. You do not need big words to talk about these goals. Simple language is enough.
Simple language is actually very powerful here. Saying what you want in a clear and simple way feels strong. It shows that you understand your own direction. That feeling can build confidence.
I also notice that dreams and goals often come from our daily habits. What we do every day slowly shapes our future. Talking about goals can feel connected to talking about routine. That connection makes the topic easier.
Yes, that connection is very comforting. When you see your future as a continuation of today, it feels less scary. English learners can talk about small steps instead of big plans. That feels manageable.
Right now, listeners can quietly think about one small dream or goal. It doesn't need to be shared out loud. Just noticing it in your mind is enough. This quiet thinking is already English practice.
Quiet reflection is very gentle and helpful. You are connecting English words with your own life. That connection makes learning deeper. Dreams and goals give meaning to language.
Talking about the future in English also helps learners feel hopeful. Language becomes a tool for imagining what comes next. Even simple sentences can carry hope. That is a beautiful thing.
Hope is very motivating. When learners feel hope, they want to keep learning. Talking about dreams can remind you why you started learning English in the first place.
Sometimes people think they need advanced English to talk about the future, but that is not true. Beginners can talk about hopes and goals with very simple words. What matters is clarity, not complexity.
That is such an important reminder. You do not need perfect grammar or many words. You only need to express yourself honestly. English is here to support your voice, not block it.
As we talk about dreams and goals, I want listeners to feel no pressure to decide anything today. This is just a conversation. It's a space to think and feel. That is enough for now.
I hope listeners feel that freedom too. You can explore ideas without commitment. You can change your mind. Learning English is part of that exploration.
In the next part, we will talk more about small goals and how people describe them in daily conversation. We will keep everything slow and supportive. Please stay comfortable and relaxed with us.
Thank you for being here and listening so patiently. Take a slow breath and notice how you feel. We will continue our gentle conversation about dreams and goals very soon.
As we continue into this part, I still feel that gentle and hopeful atmosphere around us. It feels like we are sitting together and talking without any pressure. There is time to think and time to pause. This feels like a safe space to talk more about goals.
I feel that safety too, Roy, and it makes me feel open. When the space feels open, it is easier to talk about the future. You do not need to rush your thoughts. You can let ideas come slowly and naturally.
When people hear the word goals, they sometimes feel stressed. They imagine something big or difficult. But goals can be very small and close to daily life. Talking about small goals is often easier and more realistic.
I really like that idea of small goals. Small goals feel friendly and achievable. They do not feel heavy. When beginners talk about small goals, English feels less scary and more manageable.
For example, a goal can be about learning something little by little. It can be about feeling more comfortable speaking. You do not need to talk about big success. You can talk about progress instead.
Progress is a very comforting word. It means you are moving forward, even slowly. When I talk about progress, I feel kinder to myself. That kindness makes speaking English feel easier.
When I talk about my goals, I often connect them to how I feel now. I think about what I want to improve gently. I do not judge myself for where I am. I simply notice where I want to go.
That gentle noticing is very important. You are not criticizing yourself, you are just observing. This way of thinking helps learners talk about goals without fear. English becomes a tool for reflection.
Many people also talk about goals in a very simple way in daily conversation. They might say they want to learn something new or feel better at something. These kinds of goals are very normal.
Yes, people often talk about goals casually. It does not feel like a formal speech. It feels like sharing a thought. Beginners can do this too, using simple and honest sentences.
I also notice that goals often change over time. What you want today may be different tomorrow. That is completely okay. Talking about goals does not mean you must follow one path forever.
That flexibility is very comforting. You are allowed to change your mind. You are allowed to grow in different directions. English learners do not need to feel trapped by their words.
When learners talk about goals in English, they often worry about saying the right thing. But there is no perfect sentence for a dream. What matters is that the sentence feels true to you.
Truth feels more important than perfection here. When your words match your feelings, your voice sounds more confident. Even simple sentences can sound strong when they are honest.
When I talk about my goals, I often connect them to how I feel now. I think about what I want to improve gently. I do not judge myself for where I am. I simply notice where I want to go.
That gentle noticing is very important. You are not criticizing yourself, you are just observing. This way of thinking helps learners talk about goals without fear. English becomes a tool for reflection.
Many people also talk about goals in a very simple way in daily conversation. They might say they want to learn something new or feel better at something. These kinds of goals are very normal.
Yes, people often talk about goals casually. It does not feel like a formal speech. It feels like sharing a thought. Beginners can do this too, using simple and honest sentences.
I also notice that goals often change over time. What you want today may be different tomorrow. That is completely okay. Talking about goals does not mean you must follow one path forever.
That flexibility is very comforting. You are allowed to change your mind. You are allowed to grow in different directions. English learners do not need to feel trapped by their words.
When learners talk about goals in English, they often worry about saying the right thing. But there is no perfect sentence for a dream. What matters is that the sentence feels true to you.
Truth feels more important than perfection here. When your words match your feelings, your voice sounds more confident. Even simple sentences can sound strong when they are honest.
I also notice that people often talk about goals with gentle uncertainty. They might say they hope to do something. That uncertainty is natural. It shows openness, not weakness.
I really like that idea. Not knowing everything about the future is normal. Talking about hopes instead of promises feels lighter. Beginners can use this approach to feel more relaxed.
Talking about hopes allows English to feel soft and supportive. You are not making strong statements, you are sharing possibilities. This helps learners speak without pressure.
Possibilities feel exciting in a calm way. They invite curiosity instead of fear. When learners talk about possibilities, English becomes a space for imagination. That can be very motivating.
Many learners also have goals connected to confidence. They want to feel more comfortable speaking. Talking about this goal openly can already be a step forward. Naming a goal gives it shape.
Yes, naming a goal makes it feel real but not heavy. You are simply acknowledging what you want. That honesty is powerful. It helps learners feel understood, even by themselves.
I want listeners to remember that goals do not need deadlines in English practice. You can talk about what you want without saying when. This removes pressure and keeps the conversation gentle.
Removing time pressure helps a lot. When you are not racing against time, your mind stays calm. Calm minds speak more clearly. That is very helpful for beginners.
Right. Right now, listeners can quietly think about one small goal they have. It can be about English or about life. You do not need to explain it. Just noticing it is enough for practice.
Quiet noticing helps connect language with meaning. When English connects to something meaningful, it stays in your memory longer. Dreams and goals give English a deeper purpose.
Talking about goals also helps learners practice positive language. You are talking about what you want, not what you lack. This positive focus supports confidence and motivation.
Positive focus feels very encouraging. It reminds learners that English is a tool for growth, not judgment. You are moving forward in your own way. That feeling matters.
As we move through this part, I hope listeners feel less afraid of talking about the future. You do not need big plans or perfect words. Small thoughts and simple sentences are enough.
I hope listeners feel that too. You are allowed to speak softly about your dreams. You are allowed to be unsure. English can hold that uncertainty gently.
In the next part, we will talk more about sharing dreams and goals with other people. We will explore how these conversations feel in real life. Please stay relaxed and continue with us.
Thank you for staying with us and listening so patiently. Take a slow breath and feel comfortable. We will continue our conversation about dreams and goals very soon.
As we move into this part, I still feel that calm atmosphere around us. It feels like we have been standing together for a while, quietly noticing the day. Talking about the weather like this feels very natural. It feels like a real conversation between friends.
I feel that friendly closeness too, Roy, and it makes me feel relaxed. When conversations feel natural, English feels easier. The weather gives us something gentle to share. It helps us stay connected without effort.
Many people talk about the weather when they want to share a small part of their day. It is not only about the sky or temperature, it is also about how the day feels to them. This makes weather talk personal in a soft way.
Yes, weather talk can be personal without being private. You can talk about how the day affects your mood. That feels safe and comfortable. Beginners often feel good using English in this way.
When I think about hot weather, I notice how my body reacts. I might feel slower and quieter. I might want to drink more water. These feelings naturally become part of the conversation.
Hot days change how I move too. I feel like taking things slowly. When I talk about that feeling, my sentences become simple. Simple sentences are perfect for beginner English.
Cold weather creates a different feeling. The air feels sharp and my body wants warmth. I might talk about wearing warm clothes or staying inside. These ideas come easily because they are part of daily life.
I really like talking about cold weather because it feels cozy. I think about warm drinks and quiet evenings. Sharing those images in English feels comforting. It makes the language feel warm too.
Sometimes weather can affect plans. People may change what they do because of rain or heat. Talking about these changes is very common in conversation. It feels practical and real.
Yes, weather often becomes part of planning talk. You can mention it when talking about today or tomorrow. This makes English feel useful. You are talking about real decisions.
When learners talk about weather and plans, they practice natural English flow. One idea leads to another smoothly. The conversation grows without effort. That is a good feeling for beginners.
That smooth feeling builds confidence. When conversation flows, you stop worrying so much. You begin to enjoy speaking. Weather talk can help create that experience.
Weather also gives people something in common. Even if two people are very different, they share the same day. Talking about that shared experience feels safe and friendly.
Shared experience is very powerful in conversation. It makes people feel less alone. When learners feel connected, speaking becomes less scary. English becomes a bridge instead of a wall.
I notice that weather talk often happens naturally at the start of meetings. People use it to ease into conversation. This gentle start helps everyone relax. It sets a friendly tone.
That gentle start is very helpful for beginners. It gives you time to adjust to English. You can warm up your voice and your mind. Weather talk creates that warm up naturally.
Sometimes people repeat weather comments during the day. They may mention how the weather is changing. This repetition helps learners hear the same words many times.
Hearing the same words again and again builds familiarity. Familiar words feel safe. When words feel safe, speaking feels easier. Weather vocabulary supports that feeling very well.
Another nice thing about weather talk is that it does not need strong opinions. You can simply describe. There is no need to argue or explain deeply. This keeps conversation light.
Light conversation is very kind to beginners. You can participate without stress. Even a short sentence feels enough. That feeling encourages you to keep speaking.
When learners feel successful in small conversations, they become more willing to try bigger ones. Weather talk can be the first step. It builds courage gently.
That gentle courage is very important. You do not need to jump into difficult topics. You can start with something easy and familiar. Weather gives you that chance.
Right now, listeners can think about a recent day and the weather they experienced. You can imagine describing it calmly. This quiet reflection is already practice.
Quiet reflection helps connect language with memory. When you remember a feeling, words come more naturally later. Weather experiences are easy to remember because we feel them physically.
Weather talk also helps learners practice listening to tone. People often sound relaxed when talking about weather. That relaxed tone is good to hear and copy.
Copying calm tone is a good way to practice speaking. When you speak calmly, you feel calmer inside. That feeling supports confident communication.
At this point, I hope listeners feel more comfortable with the idea of talking about weather. It does not need to be complicated. It only needs awareness and honesty.
I hope so too. Weather Talk is a gift for beginners. It is always available and always relevant. You can use it anytime and anywhere.
As we move toward the final part, we will talk about ending conversations and leaving a positive feeling. We will keep everything soft and realistic. Please stay relaxed and continue listening with us.
Thank you for listening so patiently and staying with us. Take a slow breath and notice how you feel right now. We will finish our weather conversation very soon.
As we arrive at the final part of our conversation, I feel a deep sense of calm and reflection. It feels like we have taken a slow walk together through thoughts and feelings. There is no rush to reach the future right now. This moment feels complete and gentle.
I feel that gentle completion too, Roy, and it feels very warm. Ending a conversation about dreams and goals softly feels right. It reminds us that the future does not need to be decided today. Thinking quietly is already enough.
When I think about dreams and goals now, they feel less heavy than before. They feel like companions, not pressures. I do not feel the need to chase them quickly. I feel more patient with myself.
I really like that feeling of patience. Patience allows dreams to grow naturally. When learners feel patient, English feels easier too. There is space to learn and space to breathe.
Carrying dreams into daily life does not mean talking about them all the time. Sometimes it simply means remembering what matters to you. That quiet awareness can guide small actions. English can be part of that awareness.
Small actions are very powerful. A dream does not live only in big moments. It lives in daily choices and gentle efforts. Talking about these small steps in English feels realistic and kind.
I want listeners to remember that it is okay if dreams change. Growth often brings new ideas. Changing goals does not mean you failed. It means you are learning more about yourself.
That permission to change is very freeing. You are not locked into your words. English is flexible, just like life. You can speak about what feels true now and let the future unfold.
Sometimes people feel pressure to sound confident when talking about goals, but real confidence can be quiet. It can sound unsure and gentle. That kind of honesty feels strong in its own way.
Quiet confidence is very beautiful. It does not need to prove anything. It simply exists. Beginners can practice this kind of confidence by speaking slowly and honestly about their hopes.
When you talk about your dreams in English, you are practicing more than language. You are practicing self-expression. You are learning how to share your inner world calmly. That skill grows over time.
Self-expression takes courage, even in small amounts. Every time you share a thought about the future, you build that courage. English becomes a tool for connection, not fear.
I hope listeners feel that they do not need perfect English to talk about the future. Your feelings matter more than your grammar. Your voice deserves space, even if it feels quiet.
Your voice truly matters. You do not need to speak loudly or quickly. Speaking gently is enough. Dreams and goals sound beautiful when they are spoken with care.
When this conversation comes to an end, I feel grateful for the quiet moments we shared. Talking about dreams reminds me why learning matters. It connects language to meaning and hope.
I feel grateful too, and I hope listeners feel supported right now. You are allowed to dream in your own way. You are allowed to move forward slowly. English will walk with you.
After listening, you may want to sit quietly for a moment. You can think about one small hope you have. You do not need to say it out loud. Holding it gently is enough.
Holding a dream gently helps it stay warm and safe. There is no need to rush or push. Learning English and building a future can happen side by side, calmly and naturally.
I want listeners to remember that dreams are not only about the future, they also shape how we feel today. When English becomes part of that feeling, learning feels meaningful.
Meaningful learning stays with you longer. When English connects to your hopes, it feels alive. That connection can motivate you even on quiet or difficult days.
As we say goodbye, I hope listeners feel lighter, not pressured. Talking about dreams should open your heart, not close it. English can be a safe space for that openness.
Please be kind to yourself as you continue learning. You are not behind. You are exactly where you need to be. Every small step matters more than you think.
Thank you for staying with us through this full conversation about dreams and goals. Sharing this calm space with you has been very meaningful. We hope you continue speaking gently about your future.
Thank you for listening and for trusting us with your time. Take a deep breath and feel proud of yourself. We look forward to meeting you again very soon. Goodbye for now.